All right, so let's talk about finishing your mug and what you need to do as far as like creating a design. One of the requirements you're going to need to think of is some sort of design on the outside. Now, whether that be something carved in, you can attach things to it. Just make sure if you attach things to it, you might want to make them thinner than the actual thickness of the mug. In other words, if you use the slab roller and you roll out a slab, attaching something that thick is going to stick out quite a ways. So maybe roll it out with a rolling pin a little bit flatter to make it a little bit smaller so that, you know, it's not that big a deal. The other thing that you're going to want to do is make sure that the lip of your mug is nice and smooth. I don't know if you guys can see that, but there are some sharp edges. Obviously the clay is still soft, so it's not that big a deal. Part of that could be just you take a damp sponge and round out the lip just like so. You can also wait for it to get bone dry, and then you can use the side of a loop tool and really round that out and sand it nice and smooth. Same thing with the handles and that sort of thing. But you want to make sure that it's nice and smooth because this is going to touch your mouth. And if there's any kind of sharp edge where the glaze isn't going to stick, it's going to be very uncomfortable. Okay? In my example, I showed you how I created, so this is the top here. I used the coils to create kind of a twisted design or a little bit layered design. I thought that was kind of a fun thing. And that's not very difficult to do as long as you have a coil, okay? Just very simply, you're just gonna score, slip, and smooth this just like we did with our coil vases, okay? Until it comes all the way around. And then what I did is when I got to this point where it connected, okay, where that transition was, I just smoothed that out so it was like that, okay? And then obviously score, slip, and smooth that out, clean that up, make sure it's nice in there. Keep in mind, this is gonna add a little bit more height to your mug. This adds about another inch there, so if my handle is still the right size and in the right place, I'm okay. But if you are gonna do something like that, kind of keep that in the back of your head. Now, you could also, not only just doing that, you could use the braided design that goes around the top of it, okay? So you have that braided design around the top. You could also use the twisted design that I showed you for the handle, okay? So it could look like that, okay? You know, that is up to you, however you want to do it. They could be just straight, okay? Just a double coil that's straight, like that. Okay, these are just a couple of examples of things that you can do. If you want to add something different to it, you're more than welcome to. All right, but that is the fit and finish of it. Again, as always, make sure the bottom of your mug has your name on it, and then also make sure that you have a set of 4. Okay, we're making 4 of these as we're creating them, and make sure the set goes together for some reason. Either the design is the same on all 4. You can also have them so that they spell something out. Be careful with your 4-letter words. It could be your initials, it could be your girlfriend's initials, your parents' initials, I don't know, something like that. It could be 4 of your favorite bands, you know, maybe 4 of your favorite YouTube stars. I don't know, whatever you want to do, just make some sort of design on the outside. Carving stuff in, it could have a texture to it. It could have just lines going across it. I don't know. Be creative with what you want to do with that. But I always hate when, oh, I just want to use the colors. No, 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 no. We're about clay. This is about the design that goes on the outside of it. Okay? So, making a set of 4, have to have some sort of design on the outside. Make sure the lip of your mug is rounded. Do not leave a flat-shaped lip. Make sure your lip is rounded. And then also make sure that your handles are nice and rounded and smooth so that those are going to be nice and comfortable for your the people drinking out of them to use. Okay? If you have any questions, as always, please ask me and I'll be happy to answer them, and we'll get to making these. Enjoy.